Hi there, Virgos, and this is your November 2019 Love Monthly Forecast reading. So, I have already laid out the cards, and I'll just go straight into it to the energies that we can expect that is going to be unfolding for the month of November 2019 for you guys in terms of your love life and relationships as a whole. So, just a disclaimer though, even though I am focusing in terms of love, this is more about love as a whole and relationships that we can expect with the people that are around us, and in terms of our intimate relationships as well. So I just want to make that clear. And again, before anything else, please do know that this is a general reading. So the reading might resonate with you. It also may not. It could be for you. It could be for someone else who is also a Virgo, since we do have a lot of Virgos watching this video. So yeah, and for a personal reading, I would need to take a look into your personal situation for that. But for now, this is a general reading. So please take in what feels connected to you and leave out the rest. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get on with the reading. Now, the first card that you have here with me is the Nine of Swords crossed over by the Four of Cups. And, immediately when I got these two cards with me, as the first two things that came up for Virgo, I kind of feel that, there is something in your life that is scaring you. There is a form of anxiety here. So you might be worried about something, being pessimistic, and really you're not seeing any positive things in your way. Maybe there is something or someone that has, made you feel this way, made you think about things this way. I kind of feel that there could be something that has happened wherein you were forced to doubt how you interact with people in terms of how you relate to them, whether you trust them or not. Even the closest people around you are people that you are starting to doubt. Maybe there has been some form of indifference between you and the people that you used to trust. And, it's like there is some form of question of trust here. Whether you should trust the person or not, are they being true to you or not? Those are the questions in place. We do have a lot of things here. I kind of feel that there was a temporary problem that came up. There could be some form of troubles in terms of your communication issues with the people around you. This could be in terms of a specific individual. It could be also with a group of people. But I kind of feel that there is definitely someone out here that you are focusing on. It could be a situation, or it could be with a specific person. And it seems that something in that situation is not working out the way that it should, and it is leading you to be very pessimistic and really down. It's like there's a lot of worries and fears, and even though you're trying to be more positive, you are having a hard time to see the positive in the situation. So I kind of feel that, even though you know what you have to do, that you are, even though that you're trying to see things in a very practical mindset, you just cannot help but, see the what ifs. What if things doesn't work out? What if this is the actual situation? There's a lot of what if. And those what ifs are being into the pessimistic part of side of life, I would say. Also, we do have also the High Priestess here being crossed over by the Six of Pentacles. So this is exactly what I was saying earlier, wherein you're trying to be, you're trying to see things at a more balanced way. You're trying to see things in a more, I would say, in a calm mindset. But I kind of feel that you are dealing a situation that seems unfair. Maybe someone crossed you, and it came out as a surprise. There is a situation here wherein someone is being unfair to you, and this can happen wherein it could be a love affair, a love situation, a friendship, or something that has a relation to your career, all at the same time. So I do know that there is a problem existing in this situation, and there is unfairness involved, and this is affecting not just you, but with your social life all at the same time. So yeah, that is really in place. And in the near future, we do have this Five of Pentacles being crossed over by the Eight of Pentacles. So we do have a lot of Pentacle cards here, and in the mix of some Cup cards, but the whole reading is being dominated by the Pentacles. So that is the reason why I'm leaning to say that this could also be a career relationship. It doesn't have to be love, but I kind of feel that there could be some material stuff involved here. Like, could be a money issue and some complications in that. But all at the same time, this could be a very practical problem as well. So, with the near future involved, I kind of feel that you will be working on something, working for a mutual agreement. You're working to harmonize things. So if there is a situation, a problematic situation involved, I kind of feel that you are going to find your way how to connect the dots, how to make the situation go back to how it used to be. So whatever it is for you, because we do all have different types of relationship issues. We're not having it all the same time. But I kind of feel that there is something that requires a lot of work. It could be quite of a hassle as well, though. We do have the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. So this is like a combination of really hard work. And, it is a situation wherein it does not feel good, but you are going to try your best to work it out anyway. So that is basically the goal here. This can also be a situation in terms of love, wherein you might be working through a relationship with someone and making something work in that. Maybe your relationship with someone is really damaged, and this could be a situation wherein you try to fix the differences between the two of you and how you guys will be able to make things work. We do have here the Page of Wands representing your card, being clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. So again, another Pentacle cards. But anyways, I don't want to, focus much on the Pentacles, but to give you guys an idea here that you are at the point wherein you're trying to make adjustments, you are willing to compromise, you're willing to talk things out, and you might be dealing with a whole lot of people, not just with one person alone. I don't know, it feels like you're dealing with someone specific, but at the same time there's a lot of people involved in the process. So I'm not sure how that really goes for you guys. All I know is that you could be dealing with someone that's quite selfish. This is the Four of Pentacles, and it is being clarified by the Queen of Wands. So are you dealing with another woman, or are you dealing with someone with a woman? Or maybe this is a person that is very superficial all at the same time, and someone who doesn't, when it comes to relationships, it always takes two to tango, like they say. And this could be a situation wherein someone is not really being cooperative. They are very selfish, and even though they might say they might tell you that they are cooperating, but it does not really seem so. It's like they are cooperating, but you have to follow through in their own terms. And if you put it that way, are they really cooperating in that sense? Or are they trying to dominate you, dominate the situation so that you follow through to what benefits them and not really what can benefit the relationship or the situation involved? Now, we also have here the Hangman. Also, that this Four of Pentacles was being clarified by the Foe and the Constancy card. Foe and Constancy card. So I would say that there is really someone out there that could be opposing you at this time or creating problems for you. Someone that you cannot trust. But for some reason, or this could also be a situation wherein this person has hidden agenda towards you, which you may know, may not know, those kinds of things. And but for some reason, whatever situation you're going through right now, you do have the Hangman. You're wanting to see things in a whole different perspective. But at the same time, I would say that you already know what is the problem. You already know how to navigate on this energy. You already know how to handle this energy all at the same time. It's just that you are becoming very fearful of what can happen, what cannot happen. Basically, you are fearful of everything that has a lot to do with the future from this moment in time. We also have this Nine of Pentacles again, and as the outcome of this whole reading. And this is a situation wherein it has a lot to do with what you are going to be gaining as a result of all of this. It is also being clarified by the Tower. So the Nine of Pentacles and the Tower, this combination can have that extreme goodness or extreme difficulties as a result of all of the things that are happening in your life. This could be a situation wherein, you could find relief at the end of the cycle, at the end of this whole process, or at the same time, this could create, some form of difficulties that suddenly caught you off guard and creating a lot of upsets in your life. And I don't want to sound negative, but this is just a possibility that I'm picking up for you Virgos out there. This can also be a time wherein, you might decide that you need to throw away a certain relationship. And I mean throw away because, maybe that person is really not becoming really of a good connection towards you. It does not have to be a love relationship. It could be, some form of partnership, a business partnership or so. I'm not really sure. So don't hold that against me. But I do know that there is some form of change that needs to happen in your life. Maybe with how you see things, how you handle things, how you are navigating with this energy as a whole. This could also be a situation where you might spend a lot of money over something so that you will be able to fix a situation. That is a possibility as well. What I'm getting here is that you need to clear out something. I kind of feel that whatever is happening to you right now, there is a lesson right there. Maybe there has been things that you have been ignoring in the past. So right now, it's more of the consequences. You are receiving the consequence of negligence, I would say. Or, you might be, ignoring something in the past, and now you are receiving all the hassles and paying off the things that you have. I don't know. It's like, I do not mean this in a very negative way or in a very sinister way. I just kind of feel that maybe you have tried to brush things off in the past, thinking that everything is gonna be fine, and right now you are receiving all of these hassles, and it requires you to start everything from scratch all over again. So I'm not sure how is this gonna be manifesting for you personally, but I do know that the situation requires massive changes to the core of things. So this is not the time for you to brush things off. This is a time for you to reflect, to see things in a whole different perspective, to be more mature with how you handle things, how you handle your work, your career, your relationships, your professionalism. Those kinds of things are in place. You need to handle them very carefully at this time. We In the karma cards that I have here, we do have the Saturn card. Saturn, not sure if you guys can see. Saturn, Taurus. Yeah, we do have the light striking. The card is very glossy, so it's hard to show you guys the cards. So, and the fourth house. So, Saturn, Taurus in the fourth house. What is Saturn all about? Saturn is all about restriction, being strict. It's also strength. It has a lot to do with structure. And I kind of feel that, it's very interesting because Saturn is in Capricorn right now, and we have Taurus in Uranus, and then we have the Tower card earlier. So it's like, something is being revealed to us, and then something is collapsing, but also at the same time, there is a possibility to reconstruct something from scratch all over again. So there is really something that we need to take a look on. Maybe we need to be mindful of the people that are supporting us. We don't know if they are really supporting us at this time. We don't know, because I kind of feel that you might be getting confused on who really cares for you and who are pretending to care for you but actually is has other agendas towards you. So yeah, I kind of feel that this is not going to be an easy process. The message of the Saturn Taurus in the fourth house has a lot to do with limitation and caution. It has a lot to do with your resources as well. So maybe you need to be more strict with how you deal with the people around you, especially with your loved ones, and do things that can bring you some form of security. Not because they were your friends, not because they're your lover, not because they are your family. It means that you can brush things off. Maybe this could be a time wherein you need to speak your mind, you need to be more strict, you need to say things in a very practical manner. And I do believe that Virgos are very practical minded people. It's just that sometimes when problems occur, they get overwhelmed. Also, when problems occur, sometimes, I'm not saying all the time, sometimes they tend to give in to their emotions, and that can really ruin everything for them, because they act upon emotions from time to time. And we are having a lot of earth energy here. So this is a time for you to stay grounded, to stay practical, and handle things in a more practical and structured way, I would say. Also, don't rely so much of your friends or family. Rely on yourself at this time. I'm not saying that they're going to turn their back on you. I'm just saying that the only person that you can trust, especially on this time, is you yourself alone. For the most part, though, I kind of feel that this situation could be very psychological as well, wherein you need to take a closer look on how it's like, it's like the lesson here is giving you some form of maturity on how you should be handling your life and how you should handle relationships as a whole. So fun and games are over, Virgo. This is the time for you to get clear on what you want to happen in your life and how you should be handling relationships as a whole, whether they are your friends, associations, just contacts, clients, career relationship, professional relationship, whatever relationship you are in right now. I kind of feel that you need to draw some form of rules and boundaries to prevent things to collapse, to prevent some form of problems to occur. Because I kind of feel that there could be boundary issues coming up for a lot of Virgos out there. So I'll just pick a few cards with me right now just to give you guys some form of advice and what you guys may need to know into your situation for the month of November 2019 for those that are in the sign of Virgo. Okay, Virgo, month of November 2019. Okay, so we do have quite a lot that suddenly pop out. Okay, so what we have here, we do have a lot of pulls. We do have the card of miracles, new love, brothers and sisters, and then I got these two cards came out together, and it is the card of innocence and detach from the situation. So I kind of feel that yes, you could be in a bind right now. There could be a problem, but we are getting here that there could be miracles that could be transforming in our life very soon. There could be someone that is going to come into your life to save our ass, to save you to whatever situation you're going through. But right now, the best thing is for you to detach yourself from the situation. I kind of feel that the more you dig deep, the more you try to analyze things right now, the more you are getting confused. The more you focus on the negative, the more you amplify it. That is basically the idea. And right now, you should be focusing on, instead of focusing on the problem, instead of focusing on the lack of things, you should be focusing on what you can do to fix things, because that is what you're really good for, Virgo. You love fixing things. You like to give solution, improve things. You're not really the best person to drown yourself into the misery of things. You're not really, it doesn't serve you any well to dig deep into the problem, because sometimes the more you focus on that, the more problematic things becomes for you. And right now you should be focusing on the future, focusing that things can work out well. Also, this is a time we're in, when I say future, think about what you can do to make it better. Don't think about the problem itself. There is a thin line difference between thinking about the problem and thinking about the solutions of the problem. So, yeah. Also, this brothers and sisters is, like a guidance and telling you that the best way to handle the situation is try to work things out with the person, not to cut them off. That is a possibility, but the advice that we are getting here, instead of cutting everyone off or saying things that could hurt them, this is a time we're in. Maybe find a way to create some form of compromise and settlement between your relationship to each other, those kinds of things. Having a form of forgiveness if things did not work out. I do believe that there are situations here wherein you might need to evaluate relationships, but breaking things away from people, breaking up relationships. And with breakup, I don't mean to say break up as in like a separation, but it's more of a civil type of breakup, and a mutual type of thing. Talk things out, whether to work it out together again, or maybe to separate. Because sometimes, breakup is a big word for me, because sometimes breaking up harbors a lot of resentment, and that is not gonna be good for you, because the other person might do certain things that can create more problems for you. And that is just going to create more problems and amplify things, all those kind of stuff. So right now is all about learning to be patient as well. Learning to be patient and learning to find ways, find something to do during this waiting period to whatever situation you're going through right now, Virgo. And that would be the key, because I kind of feel that if things are going to move forward to whatever problem you're going through, they definitely will, but in time. Right now, focus on having healthy boundaries with how you interact and talk to people around you. I would say focus on that. That is the most important thing for you to know. And so, yeah, be mindful. Don't drown yourself with the problem. Don't drown yourself on what is not working out. And this is the time for you to see who is good for you, who is having your best interest, who are the people that really supports you, who are the people that you can really trust. Because if you are focusing on the problem and you're not thinking about the other things that could be the source of the problem itself, then you are going to face a whole lot of problem later on. So learn how to think out of the box and learn how to control your emotions all at the same time. And that would be the key on how you can navigate this energy for the month of November. Now, I really don't know if this is even connecting to anyone, or if this is a specific reading to someone, but I hope that somehow, in some way, eventually, that this can give light to you, insight and clarity to your situation, all at the same time. Please do know that this is a general reading, and if you'd like a more personal reading, I would have to take a look at it on a more personal level, and you can do that by going to my website, inthestarsbychrissy.com, and I'll see you guys again next month.